Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope everybody is doing well today. I just wanted to, let me get some stuff over here taken care of. All right, good morning, and my name is Dark Pool Algo. Thanks for joining me on this morning session. We will be using the Smart Money, Dark Pool, and Block Trade software provided by the awesome traders over at FlowTrade. This is going to be a watch list building session for finding high probability stocks or options that have a significant chance of making a move today. So typically what we'll do is we're going to review the markets and indexes first to get a feel for direction before we drill down into any sectors that may be moving with the trend before we focus on high probability stocks or options that are likely to make a higher than anticipated move in that direction of trend. As always, if you find this content useful, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe for more stock market content, and make sure you turn on notifications so you'll get up-to-date notifications when we find those plays that rip. And I wanted to real quickly check Twitter to see if we had any requests before we jump right into it, and let's see what we got. And doesn't look like there's anything coming up. So that means we get to use some scanners. Yay, yay, yay. Check out the chat real quick. Morning chat. All right. What you see in front of me, wow, that was really loud, sorry. What you see in front of me is BMTX. It is ripping this morning. No specific news that I can see. It's a technology play. It's probably got something to do with biotech. Not seeing anything. Regardless, this is a nice little cup and handle that's forming. It broke up above all of the EMAs. It's currently trading above the 200 SMA on the daily. It's above the 50. Nice, massive gap up. Currently trading at 1220. I'd like to see it potentially pull back to this yesterday's high, which is right in at 1185 before its next move up. If it doesn't maintain that, we're looking at 1135 as a 50 SMA, and below that we've got pretty significant level at 11. So if it can maintain 11, it could rip for the rest of the day, and it was definitely one of those ones that snuck under the radar. So if anyone in the chat has anything they want to look at, please let me know. If not, I'm going to go ahead and look at some. Oh, what? I did not. Come on. Thank you. FlowTrade decided it wanted to kick me out real quick. All right, I'm going to pull up a scanner. Which one do I want? I want this one. And then I want... Oh, I was on the... 1 second here. I gotta change workspaces. I was in my tutorial series. If you don't know, I do a tutorial series on how to get your charts set up looking like mine. I go through each of the indicators that I use, and I try to focus on free and available indicators from Thinkorswim. I feel like it makes it a little easier for everyone if we can all work with the same indicators. All right, let me get my scanner back out. See if it pulls up anything. I know that Futu is probably going to rip today. Looks like they have earnings. So they beat on earnings. So these Chinese stocks are going to go do something today. I've already seen that JD made a massive move, which is the Chinese e-commerce. Futu is probably another one, which means I want to look at Baba and Baidu. All right. Nothing coming up on the yellow scanner, huh? Let's see. All right, so if nothing's coming up on that, it says PLTR. Oh, I don't want to go into PLTR. I feel like it's overplayed. All right, let's... No, we don't want to do that. We want to do this clear drawing set. All right. Get logged in here. And let's see what we got here. There we go. All right, BMTX, ULBI, OBLN, AMTX. AMC looks pretty active. AGEN. I'm going to go look at this ULBI and ULBN. All right, ULBI. Gotta bring up the old 15-minute. Oh, look at that. Massive selling. All right. For some reason, my scan is not doing what it needs to be doing. All right, let's just look at some of these plays that may move today based on news or earnings, right? So let's just do this. All right, so JD had earnings today. They beat on their earnings. Yeah, they're in their conference call right now. They beat earnings. Let's see what they're doing now. All right, so they beat on their earnings. They gapped up. They're currently selling off. This could be a good potential play to catch, in that JD is pretty well known. Where are we at? We're trading at 68. So we're trading down here. All of our indicators are indicating potential bullish move. However, if it breaks, we're going to look at, well, let's just do this. If JD breaks 68, look for a fade back down to 66. Since I'm not pulling up anything on the scanners, let me just grab, where's it at? I gotta go over here. So this sector was ripping yesterday. This is a Jets ETF. Looks as though everything pretty much exhausted. ETF. All right, Jets. It's all choppy. Trying to find a sector that's not going to be choppy today. It's going to be like finding a needle in a haystack. And chop. XRT is choppy. XLY. It's super choppy. XLV. XLV may have something. Johnson Johnson, UNH. UNH may look good. All right, XLV has potential. Let's check out XLU. XLU may have. So XLV, XLU. I'm going to write this down. XLV, XLU. XLP. There we go. XLP may give us something. Looks like most of the stuff is at the top. Let's see what XLF is doing. XLF doesn't look bad. XLF. One second here. at XLR. All right. I think we've got a pretty good start on some things that we can do today. So let's just go ahead and jump into FlowTrade. See if there's any news. All right, FlowTrade reported earnings are up 16 cents year over year. So that is good news for FlowTrade. Now, if this move that was already built into the earnings anticipatory run up, then we have an opportunity to play the move. So obviously they ran up on earnings, right? Profit taking here at 132. They sold off. They broke below the 50. Currently on their way back down to the 200 SMA at 121. Below that, we've got this giant demand zone right here. Let me just throw this up. So we've got demand zone. Oh, come on, don't do this to me. There we go. We got this demand zone coming in right here from 116 to 117. That is a potential stopping area. This may be a little bit trying to find previous support. Yeah, that's pretty significant there too. This level 118.50 is another level I want to look at. That's this one. 118.50. So this is FlowTrade. They beat on earnings, however, they're selling off. The market overall is it's pretty choppy. It's definitely sloppy, that's for sure. Looking at ES overnight, we sold off pretty consistently overnight. I had a report that I was going to show us. There it is. This is what I wanted. All right, so we have mortgage applications data, weekly DOE inventory, earnings, Cisco, Keys, CPRT. Those are American earnings. Home building, and so Home Builders Conference is today, as well as financial institutions. Lots of conferences today. All right. Bitcoin trailed. All right. So Lowe's, Target, Southwest. Looks like they may have all had earnings. Let me just check this out. So regardless, futures sold off overnight. Looks like they may have come down and finally found a base right at 40.76. If that can maintain that base, we could look for a potential move upwards, and that's ES. That would be upwards in the morning. The NQ, same situation. We're currently down 1.5%. We did come down. Looks like we formed a double bottom where this recent low is higher than the previous low, so we made a higher low. We're looking to make we're trying to come up and make a higher high. That's a good indication of a reversal. That's on the NQ. ES is currently, what did I do here? All right, ES is currently down almost 1%. The Russell is down 1.5%. Again, same thing, kind of a double bottom. So we're looking for this double bottom to maintain and potentially start making higher lows. Looking through, I'm just going to run through some of these consumer sectors real quick. Lowe's, looks like they had earnings today. It looks like they formed kind of a nice little double bottom here where they're maintaining support at the 50 SMA on the daily. I'm going to have Lowe's on my watch list. So yeah, all right, I got this figured out. This is what we're going to do. All right, based on this cool little link I have that gives me some market news. Looks like Lowe's had earnings. Target had earnings. Target usually, when they beat on earnings, they usually rip over the next couple days. So definitely Target's going to be on watch. Lowe's, EXP, these are all consumer sectors. EXP has room to fade to 145, 142. Let's see, when do they report? They reported yesterday. So what they do, they sold off all day yesterday. Looks like they were trying to find a base. That's EXP. Southwest Airlines, love. Feeling the love. Great day yesterday, broke the 200 SMA, sold off overnight, and they're just kind of basing right now. There's some really strange price action happening. It's going to be super volatile. PRPL, another play that had earnings. Recently, they beat on earnings, sold off overnight. They're pretty much trading with the market. We do got a nice reversal signal happening on the 5-minute. Bump this up to the 15-minute. PRPL definitely has moved to run from 30 to 34. We've got a nice crossover signal on the B4 indicator. It's turned bullish. MACD's currently turned bullish. We have a golden cross. We're currently trading in between the 50 and the 21. If we can get a clean break above 31.50, I would look to play that up to 34. All right, I know that there's a couple that we can definitely catch the fade on. TTO, wow, what a move. All right, massive earnings beat. They, sold off overnight. Massive run up. Looks like they ran into 175 as resistance. They've come back down and they're testing the 21 EMA. So I like TTWO. I also like, Squarespace is going to start trading today. SQSP. Nice. Let me just let people know that that's going to be trading today. SQSP starting to trade today. Good company. All right. Let's see. BMY has got news. They came back down. They tested the old 200 SMA. They're maintaining that uptrend support. That could be a potential play for today. All right, so the stocks I've got are, let me just create a little watch list real quick. All right, we've got BMY, what did I say? BMY, PRPL, Lowe's, Target, low, Target, PRPL, FuTu, and JD. All right. Sorry, it took me a minute there to get a nice little watch list going, but we got one now, don't we? Yes, we do. All right, I'm going to pull up the old 4 chart. Run through some of these really quickly on the 15-minute. So FuTu, Target, low, PRPL. All right, looking at the algorithm, low has definitely got nice, strong, bullish divergence. PRPL. There we go. Target has bearish divergence. However, price action is just essentially trading with the algorithm. All of this divergence has played out. Currently now the algorithm is curled upwards and increasing. Looking at Target on the 1-minute. We do have bullish divergence. It looks like there's a massive sell-off going into earnings last night. However, prior to that, the algo was pretty much vertical. I'd like to watch Target today for any sort of confirmation of support. Looks like 206-ish. Let me just do this. target. So we want target, low, PRPL, FlowTrade, JD, BMY. All right, looking for significant options volume with that. All right, 207.50 strikes for target, 125 for FlowTrade, at 205. Target's got a lot of unusual options, right around the 205. Let's see. Those JD's 65s, they're pretty golden. All right. FlowTrade price is trading with the algorithm on the 15 as well as on the 1 minute. It's trading with the algorithm. We've got a nice curling up for the algo. Low, super bullish divergence on the 15 and the 1 minute. PRPL is trading with price action, and we've got bullish divergence on the 1 minute. And then the last one I wanted to look at was JD. JD is going to get a lot of attention today as it's, there we go. So we gapped up, looking to fill 69 before the next move up. All right. JD on the daily, massive sell-off, solid bottom forming right here at 67. Just looking for the demand zone. All right, so JD, we've got support at this channel here. So we sold off overnight, we came down, we based, we found support at 67.67. If we break that, look for JD to continue its downward direction. However, if we can maintain that area of support, 65.50 looks like the point. All right. So JD, if we can maintain 67.67 as support, we've got room to move up to 70, 73, 75, 80. Okay. Obviously this week's, unless you want to play just a day trade, I would look out to next month's for JD. The next month 75s look super good. Definitely within my risk tolerance. Lots of open interest. I'm going to go ahead and throw those on the watch list. If I wanted to day trade those today, I would go ahead and grab All right, so here's two possible scenarios. If we maintain 67, 65 on JD, that is in line with their uptrend support. It's not a very significant angle, but it's still an angle. So if we can maintain, it looks like this could be like a very loosely formed Wu-Tang pattern double bottom. Right, down, up, down. If we can maintain that support right at 67.50, I would look for JD for a move up into 75. Because we have not made a lower low yet, if that makes sense. So we haven't broken support. We're going to run into resistance at 69. pretty much all the way up to 70. So the safe play would be a break at 70 for a run to 75. A little bit more aggressive play would be looking for a quick fade at open to 67.50. If it breaks 67.65, I'm going to jump out. I'm just not going to touch it until next week. But if it maintains this base at 67 or 68, definitely grab the 70s just because they're probably super cheap. Yeah, those 70s are well within risk tolerance and can definitely get moved to today. So the play for JD, maintain support, grab the 70s for this week. More conservative entry would be let things shake out in the morning. Go ahead and grab the 75s for next month, the June 18th. All right, the next one I wanted to look at real quick was FUTU. I kind of went over this a little bit. Let me just see. All right, IWM is selling off. It's broken all sorts of support. 214 is a level that's going to catch it. This is important because when these ETFs start to fade, it can cause a lot of drama. So IWM has support at 215. Between 215 and 214, we could chop a break at 214, and it's going to be pretty ugly. That would be a $5 drop in a day. What was I looking at next? Low PRPL target. Okay. I did JD, FUTU. I said FUTU. That was a pain. Still selling off. Actually, so we're maintaining 120 as support. Like I said, 118.50 is the point. We get below that, I'd look to play it back down to 116. However, it looks like we're being supported right here at the 120 level, which is pretty significant. It's a nice round number. It's also previous resistance, so now it is becoming support. If we can maintain 120 on FUTU, still a nice little uptrend. This thing can move. I would play. Let's see if this one's played out first. Okay, that one's played out. Oh, this guy. As long as FUTU doesn't break 118.50, I would look to take it long. However, if it breaks 118.50, we've got a demand zone that it may just wick down to 117. If none of those hold, it's going back down to 100, pretty much. Yeah, those options are good too. All right, FUTU, Baba. All these Chinese stocks are going to be reactionary today because of the earnings from JD. Looks like Baba is selling off, maintaining support at 210.50. So as long as Baba can stay here at this level, right? There is a demand zone from here to here. Right. If it can maintain 210.50 for support, I like it as a move up into 211, then 212, and that's on Baba. Baidu. Same deal. find support. All right, so it looks like 183. So this guy right here. Demand zone for Baidu. If we continue to fade, look for support coming in at 183. 183.80, 183.75 for a potential reverse, and that's on Baidu. The daily. Yeah, we may come down and test that if we can get up and out of this little cluster of moving averages. We've got this supply zone that's still going to be pretty significant. That's the 203. So Baidu is basically squeezing between 188 and 203. I don't think it'll get to the 200s this week, but we could definitely do a 195. We can do a 190, 195 vertical, or potentially you could do a 190, 200, 205 unbalanced fly. That could be potential. Just throw these guys on here. Looks like the 195s. Alright, that was Baidu. I'll look at low real quick. And then I gotta go real quick. Alright, so low is broken through the demand zone. It's currently being propped up by the 50 SMA on the daily. Right? So this guy right here is pretty much invalidated. Let me move my Fibonacci. I'll just get rid of some of these. All right, Fibonacci is going to tell us that we need to go from high to low. That's good there. As long as we maintain the 50 SMA on the daily, which is at 192.75. Great beta, monthly squeeze firing, daily squeeze potentially firing. I would like to see a potential, one of two things is going to happen. This down move was in this reversion back to the 50% retracement was the first leg in an Elliott wave move down, or this is the completion of a weird looking cup and handle. But essentially, if we maintain this 50 SMA at 192.75 for low, we could potentially move up. Let's see, what am I talking about? We broke that 187. All right, so this is my support level for low, 185.34. We break 185.34. We've got $179 would be the next level of support. What I'd like to see is a bounce. So yeah, we sold off overnight. We're $5 down. We're currently trading at 187. All right. So look for a continued fade down to 185 for a potential reverse. If we break 185, those 179.55 puts look pretty decent. So 177.50 puts, or even the 185 puts. If we break 185, yeah, that's going to be tough. All right. So a break of 185 puts these 177s into play. That's if we don't maintain support at 185. If we maintain support at 185s, I'm going to go ahead and look to grab these 195s. Actually, I'm going to look to go out to next month and grab the, I'd probably grab the 200, 210, 220 fly. Definitely lots of open interest on those. All right. Low target was the next one, and then target. Oh, look at that. All right. I expect, let's see, we're at 210. We've got a gap to fill. On target from 205 is going to be pretty significant support. This could be the forming of a giant cup and handle, right here. Sold off, popped up on earnings. We're selling off, looking to come and test. All right, this level here. If we can maintain as long as we don't break that down channel, or this, as long as we don't break this channel, I'd like to take target back up to 217. This week's 215s are definitely well within risk tolerance. Max pain on target is probably 205. So I like those 215s. But if I went out into next month's, I'd grab the next month I'd grab the 220, 230 vertical. All right, that's it. One more look at futures. Let's know what else is moving today. So, what is this? All right, we've got AT&T is pretty active today. AMC is obviously active. We are currently plus 0.5%. AMGN is up 20% from lows. Ford is currently down, and NEO is currently moving. Most active gainers. Wish I could get that. BMTX still on the rise, up 26%. ULBI up 23%. OBLN up. MOXC looks like it's got a nice potential to move. If it breaks that 1350, it can make a move up again. AMTX looks like a 1250 is going to be resistance there. Currently, the S&P is down, the euro is up, gold is up but flatlining, crude is down, natural gas is down, and corn is down but increasing. The bond market, the euro dollar is increasing. That's not too good for. That's not good for us. Okay, what else do I want to look at? Our stock map for today, 30 most active. It's not available. Yes, all right. That's it for me. Once again, thanks for joining me, Parrish. I really appreciated it. Today's going to be kind of an interesting, choppy day. I'm going to look to find stocks that have got a lot of momentum behind them. The rest of the market may fade. Hopefully we find a base pretty quickly right after open. And we don't just continue to this chop and fade stuff all day. All right, NQ currently down almost 2%. 12965 is a 127 extension from a long time ago. It looks as if though it may find that as support. But this is a pretty ugly fade. Look at this, just fade. If we can maintain, it just broke through that 1265. Looking at ES, and just fade. So I'm going to look for stocks that are going to be market outperformers. So essentially what that means, if the market's going down, I'm going to look for stocks that are going up and play those for the day. So with that being said, thanks for joining me. My name is Darkpool Algo. Please leave comments below on any tickers you'd like to see me do, or if you've got any suggestions of how we can improve this morning show. I definitely take those into consideration. I love the feedback. Make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications for when we release new videos, whether it's stock finding videos or educational, where I was trying to provide great free content on how to trade the stock market